You're 8 years old. Summer feels endless. One afternoon feels like it could last forever. Then, somehow, you blink, and you're 25. Another blink, and it's Christmas again. Another blink, and an entire year has disappeared. So what changed? Did time actually speed up? Or did something inside your brain begin measuring it differently? Most people believe time is constant. Physics agrees. 1 minute has always lasted 60 seconds. 1 hour has always lasted 60 minutes. Nothing about time itself has changed. But your experience of time, that's an entirely different story. Psychologists have studied this mystery for decades. One of the earliest explanations came from French philosopher Paul Janet in the 19th century. He suggested something surprisingly simple. Time isn't measured by clocks, it's measured by memories. The more memories your brain creates, the longer a period feels when you look back on it. Think about your very first day at school. You probably remember the classroom, the teacher, your uniform, the smell, the feeling. Everything was completely new. Your brain paid attention to every tiny detail. Now think about driving the same route to work, or sitting in the same classroom every week. Sometimes you arrive barely remembering the journey. Why? Because your brain has seen it thousands of times before. There's nothing new to record, so it stops paying close attention. Researchers call this habituation. When something becomes familiar, your brain spends less energy processing it. That saves energy, but it also creates fewer lasting memories. And fewer memories make time feel shorter when you look back. This idea became even stronger through the work of psychologist William James. He argued that life seems rich and detailed when experiences are new. As they become repetitive, the years begin blending together. Imagine filling a photo album. Childhood is like taking hundreds of pictures every week. Everything feels important. Everything feels exciting. Everything deserves remembering. Adulthood often becomes different. Wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, watch television, sleep, repeat. Your brain doesn't need another photograph. It already knows exactly what tomorrow will probably look like. Could that be why entire months disappear without warning? Neuroscientists believe another process is involved. Your brain constantly predicts what's about to happen next. When predictions are correct, very little attention is required. But when something unexpected happens, your brain suddenly becomes alert. Novel experiences activate networks linked to attention and memory formation, including the hippocampus. That means unexpected moments leave stronger memory traces. Think about traveling somewhere you've never visited before. Every street feels interesting. Every building feels unique. Every meal becomes memorable. 1 week abroad can feel surprisingly long. Then compare that with a normal week at home. The difference isn't the clock, it's your brain. Psychologist David Eagleman has written extensively about this phenomenon. He explains that the brain records surprising events in much greater detail. More detail creates richer memories. Richer memories make time feel longer in hindsight. Have you ever noticed that childhood holidays felt enormous? Yet adult holidays seem finished almost immediately. That's why. Your first holiday contained hundreds of first experiences. Your 20th holiday probably didn't. There's another strange illusion hiding beneath all of this. Each year becomes a smaller percentage of your life. When you're 5 years old, 1 year represents 20% of everything you've ever experienced. That's huge. When you're 50, 1 year represents only 2%. Your brain naturally compares new experiences against everything that came before. As your life grows larger, each individual year feels proportionally smaller. No one explanation fully solves the mystery. Scientists still debate exactly how our perception of time works, but most agree on one thing. Novelty matters, memory matters, attention matters. The more your brain notices, the slower life appears to move. So, can you actually slow time down? Not physically, but psychologically. Yes. Learn something difficult. Travel somewhere unfamiliar. Take a different route home. Meet new people. Read books outside your usual interests. Build new skills. Challenge routines. Every new experience forces your brain to pay attention again. Every new memory stretches your perception of life. In other words, the opposite of boredom isn't excitement, it's awareness. Maybe growing older isn't what makes life feel faster. Maybe repetition does. And that's an important difference, because repetition is something you can change. One new experience won't make tomorrow longer, but hundreds of new experiences might make the next decade feel twice as rich. So if life feels like it's racing past, don't ask how to stop the clock. Ask yourself something far more important. When was the last time your brain saw something for the very first time?